phone stand. Excuse me. Used this before. I obviously don't know how to do it or my angle. Let's let's try it. So tonight I'm going to be making chili, and already I do not like this angle, so I'm going to have to adjust it. Hold on. Let's see if I can like film it up. Not film my whole house. So okay, that has you on my feet, and that has you on my cabinet. Wait a minute, here's this pot, and you can't see that. So right now, that works right now, because I'm going to be turning this on to about 3 or 4. I'm going to put it on 3 right now, and the first thing I want to do with my chili is I want to basically get all the tasty bits in it. And I really like chili, because the thing about chili is anybody can make it, and everybody has their own way of making it, which makes it really fun. So, remember what I said about garlic? The only time you want to use fresh garlic is if you have a garlic press, and I just got one from the dollar store. So the thing about when you use a press though, is you do want to do like 1 clove over than what you plan, because you're going to lose it in the press. So first thing I'm going to put in my pot is my garlic. If you smash it, the paper usually pops right off, and it is. So let's get rid of this real quick. Next time I think I'm going to find another angle for the phone stand. Now so put that to the side, cut the thingy off. Ooh, this is a twofer. There's actually 2 cloves in here. So 3 cloves is a little short of what I wanted, because I was kind of hoping more for like 5. So what I'm going to do, as sad as it sounds, I don't feel like starting a whole other clove right now, which isn't a problem. Just don't feel like it. Uh-oh. Guess I am starting a new clove. Go figure. So I already got the oil started. It's getting nice and hot, which is going to be awesome for the garlic. So pull 2 more cloves off. And I just use my nail to kind of rip into the paper. Oop, it's coming right off the clove. This clove does not want to come off. There we go. 1, 2, that completes my 5. And it's like coming right off that paper. That's awesome. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to actually turn down my oil. Then, yeah, I can actually, yeah, it's coming right off. I don't have to smash it. Woohoo! But I am going to cut off the tips. The garlic is beautiful. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my press and just squeeze it. Basic common sense. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my pot. If you want to see, there we go. Ooh, hard garlic. So I'm actually going to take the knife and kind of squish it around some, so it might press a little easier. And I don't think the other ones will be this hard. This was just a very big clove. There it goes. And you can see it coming out the other end. Then just take your knife and scrape it in. And that's what I mean when you use a garlic press, you end up losing half your garlic. Not half, that's an exaggeration, but probably like 5 to 10%. But the taste is better, I think, because you don't have that preservative in your garlic. Okay, there's another clove. That one actually was quite easy. Then use another one. Oops, see how it's kind of gunking everywhere, which isn't a bad thing because that's still going to go in the pots. And then my third clove, and each one is actually easier. I think I just popped the cherry on my garlic press and it wasn't happy. So 2 more. Put that in there. Oh, it's another hard one. There it goes. Now grab the last one, and this smells amazing. All these garlic cloves. It really does smell good. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife and get what's in the joint and just take it down to the pot. And squish that through again. Now that I have my garlic base, I can easily just pull this out, the metal piece, and scrape that into the pot. So you have some big pieces, you have some little pieces. It's not too bad. Can someone get Aiden's phone, please? Oh, hey, Aiden's up. Cool. So that is how you use a garlic press. I love garlic presses because it just makes everything so much easier and fresher. Helps if I put it back together right. Actually, doesn't matter. Next I'm going to go with my onion. I'll put you back down again so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Take the top off. Take the other top off. And then I'm going to cut it in half and peel it. Actually, I'm going to stir this real quick because I can smell it. The last thing you want is your garlic to dry out. So, get my onion, peel that. Actually, I do not like the look of this vine. There we go. Then get the paper off the other side. My hands are all sticky from the garlic, which is not helping. All right, there we go. So then chop this up. And I want to dice them, so flip it over and just do the same thing again. When you get to that last bit, I like to turn it sometimes, or sometimes I just let it go. And this is a very slippery onion. Go figure. Like I said, I have all that garlic oil on my fingers. I flip it again. Now I got this onion ready to go in with the garlic. And get that paper off of there. So I'm just going to add this to the pot. Okay. And I'm going to stir this. If you can see what I'm doing up here. Come on. It's very awkward. So stir that in with the garlic so it can start sauteing some. I'm actually going to turn it up to a 3 now that I got the onion in it. Oop, this is a piece. So next I'm going to start on my pepper. I'm going to lower you back down now so you can see what I'm doing. So I got a pepper. I just got onion on my face. Oh no, it's garlic. So I'm going to cut my pepper in half before I start dicing into it. And this way it's fun to rip it open. Not only that, but you can see the seeds and what else in it. So, and then I like to peel it with my fingers and then cut the rind. And then, now usually when you cut, you want to take your knife away from you, but I've been doing this for, about 26 years on my own maybe. So, don't try everything I do at home, just most things. So I get the parts off this pepper. And then I can start chopping this up. Pepper is kind of fun, but I always like different color bell peppers. The problem is the cost, and right now with inflation things are getting really, really rough. So if you like what I'm doing, I urge you to please subscribe. That way you never miss a video. And you can also support me. I'm on PayPal, also Ember Burns Black. And I'm also on TikTok again, Ember Burns Black. I try to post every Tuesday and Friday on my Facebook. On Tuesday, not my Facebook, my YouTube, I apologize. On Tuesday, I do viral recipes with My Live Kitchen. And on Fridays, I try to do my own cooking. But things happen, so I'm not always available. And Wednesday, I like to do TikTok, which is fun. Like I didn't post yesterday or Wednesday, so I actually already made my video for next Wednesday. It's gonna be very fun. I hope you enjoy it. Doing chicken wings. So now that I got the peppers done, I'm gonna go ahead. Raise you up to my pot, which is starting to sizzle. The smell is great. You can see my onions and garlic are already starting to saute. So now I'm going to throw the green pepper in. So stir this in. This is a little fresh. Now, like I said about chili, chili is the fun thing that everybody has their own variation of, which is what I like about it. I put mild pepper rings in mine, and I'm actually going to use some of the juice from it. Not all of it, but I did drain it some, if you can see it, just a little bit there. Pour that in. Give that a stir. And that the yellow peppers I really like because it also gives a lot of color to the chili. Because chili tends to be. Is he okay? No, he just. I told you to go to school nurse. I don't know why you didn't. So next, other than the yellow mild peppers or banana peppers, I like some peppercini. And I like the slice because the slice gives you like little bits. Now I'm only going to use a forkful of these. They can be very upsetting to some. So mostly what you want is you want the flavor in the pot. So I'm actually going to take these and I'm going to kind of like bash them in so the flavor of the peppercini is released. I'm going to give that a stir again. And I'm actually going to put this up on a 5 and let that kind of sit down for a minute. So what I did was I wanted to add, let me pull you up this way, maybe you can see me some more and not the rest of my house. So the reason I put the peppers in is I want the peppers and the onions and the garlic to cook. Ooh, what is that? That is a stem. I don't want that stem in there. That came out of a jar. Everybody makes mistakes, guys. I actually was digging out a little piece of onion paper that made it into my pot. So this is getting hot and I have it simmered. So I'm going to break down some of these mild pepper rings. What the goal was to get the stuff in here before I put the meat in. So I already have stuff cooking and releasing its flavor by the time I add my meats. So I got some fresh basil. I'm going to actually rip this up and kind of really bruise it to release some more flavor. Actually, I'm going to wait on that. This is nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of beef. And like it's chili. Everybody has their own variation of chili, so it's whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to try to beat that down some. There we go. Get it up in there. And as the fat drains off, it'll start frying and cooking faster, which is awesome. So while I got that going, excuse me, I'm going to start ripping apart and bruising my basil. And the reason that I just rip it and mutilate it is you want the oils to release. And it's actually going to be the oils that flavor everything. So, and you know, if it's a little chunky, it's a little chunky. So I'm going to do that first. Now, I just got a brand new rosemary plant. So I'm really excited. I'm going to actually pull these off. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to actually break each one. And that is, man, that smells great. And you can actually just pull it this way. I'm probably not going to break each one. That's a little time consuming. I'm going to beat it up some. So again, pull backwards and it comes right off. And it smells amazing. I love the smell of cooking. That's probably like my favorite smell is what seasons I'm using and everything else. Hold on, I need to stir this. It's starting to, I can hear it burning. I'm beating the meat down so the meat starts cooking evenly. So get that stirred up. Start browning that meat. So the next thing I'm going to add is I'm going to start adding my my dry seasonings, and you can add whatever you want. I have a little bit of cilantro, which I'm just going to add a dash. Because cilantro, it's really good, but too much and it tastes like soap. Some paprika. The chili powder is, actually I'm going to take this more rosemary. Make sure I get that all in there. What is this? Oregano. Just a little bit of oregano. It's not pasta, but it still tastes good. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of thyme. Just give it kind of like an earthy taste to it. And some mustard. Just a wee bit of mustard. Not, well, that much. A little more for kicks. And I'm going to add a little more parsley than the other seasonings, because I like parsley. And now, of course, the main thing of chili, you want chili powder. And I'm going to soak this baby down in chili powder. Okay? So this is what it's starting to look like. If you can see, it's starting to liquid, which is going to help it start cooking. So I am actually going to stir that up. That smells like chili right now. And I love the mix of the yellow and green peppers. It gives it a lot of color along with the basil. And one of the things I'm going to throw in here when I get it all really soupy is I'm actually going to add a bay leaf too. Just give it a little more flavor. So I'm going to kick this up to high. And then, oh hey, cool, I can open the cabinet and it doesn't affect anything. I was worried about that. Where are my bay leaves? Here's my bay leaves. So like actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my bay leaf now. Let that simmer in the liquid. Now I have it on high and I'm stirring it rapidly. Well, not right this second. So it doesn't burn. And I hate to do this to you, otherwise the smoke detector's going to go off. Whoa! Can you hear me? Awesome. So, stir, stir, stir. You want the liquid to help, and I'm pushing it down into the liquid. And the reason I'm doing it this way, because I know some people use a skillet to brown their meat, is I just want to use one pot. Less dishes. I've noticed cooking is a little different when you don't have a dishwasher. you start taking notes of how much you're using. Ooh, this is really smoky. So it's starting to brown beautifully.
I gotta throw something away.
Okay, honey. You are perfectly fine.
Hi.
Hey, watch out. Hey, I am allowed to come in and say hello. Haven't seen or talked to you. Oh my god! Hey! Raspberry, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever, Renji. Guys, I just looked at my phone. I'm sorry. I really gotta figure this new angle out, the new phone stand. Guys, I did not know I was getting comments, and whoever commented last, I totally missed you and I apologize. Oh my god, Renji, I miss you so much. How have you been? I have not been on our social network lately because I have been busy. Now I'm actually going to turn this down to low. And I'm going to add another ingredient. I'm actually going to add taco sauce. Hit the corner of the lid, pop right off. And the reason I'm adding taco sauce is taco sauce has a lot of flavor in it. also very thin. I mean, you can see how liquidated it is, and that way it cooks evenly. Now I'm actually going to keep this on low. And if you can see it, I'm going to let that go for, I'm going to say 10 minutes. Okay, and while that's going, I'm going to clean up a little bit. And I don't see who commented, and I apologize so much for missing your comments. Oh! I said I was cleaning up.
Sorry for interrupting.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So put my spices away. Actually, I gotta leave the chili powder out. So I'm actually super happy and everything lately because everything has been awesome and I'm in a good place. I got a rosemary bush. I'm not a rosemary bush. Bush. So, flying spices. So I'm gonna put those away. I'm gonna leave my chili powder out because I'm gonna be using it again. And the next thing is just using a lot of cans. You can do everything fresh, but kind of with chili, you can kind of cheat. So I have stewed tomatoes. I have diced tomatoes with green chilies, which is going to give it like a little kick. Petite diced chilies with
Sorry for watching. What's
basil, garlic, and oregano in it, which is going to add some flavor. And then I have crushed tomatoes and tomato sauce. Now the crushed tomatoes are going to give it some texture. The sauce is going to give it some liquid. Because not everybody in my house eats beef, which is what is in the chili. So what I'm going to do is I do want it kind of liquidy, because I'm going to use the liquid, because there's always excess liquid when you do chili. I'm going to put that over noodles for the pick one. So then I also got beans. I got dark red kidney, light red kidney, black beans, and red beans. And you can use whatever beans you want, how many you want, whatever you want. That's the cool thing about chili. I'm going to turn it up a little bit to 3, and you can see how it's doing right now. It looks like chili before I even add anything in. But I like the beans and the tomatoes, which are going to give it a lot of flavor. So I'm really excited. So I've already been doing this for 28 minutes. I'm not sure if I want to wait to 10 for it to really cook in. But it smells fantastic. And now that I have it on 3, it's not really smoking as much as it was. And I'm in a kind of old building. So old building, bad smoke detector. We know how that goes. So I'm actually going to add the smallest can of diced tomatoes first. With the tried and true can opener. Let me rephrase that. Dollar store can opener that I don't think this one can break. But it hurts the crap out of your hands. So with that open, I'm going to actually drain it in the sink. I don't like all those preservatives. And I'm going to toss this in. And now the fun thing is, oh, hey, let me get some chili. Hey, Amala, okay. Oh, you can have some chili. Cool. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a chili powder. Now, you can make your chili any way you want. You can make it 5-alarm. I like sweet and peppery. So that is how I do my chili. So I got the petite diced tomatoes with green chilies in. I'm going to add the dark red beans next. Now, I try to order what I add and when. That way if I run out of room, I get what I want most in it first. And I hate the bean slop. So I'm going to drain that out. Ugh. For the longest, I actually am not a bean person. So for the longest time, I actually made chili without beans. Like I said, there is any way you can do it. It's awesome. So I'm going to add a little more chili powder. I'm actually going to add more chili powder I add in there just because I want that chili kick going. I'm going to stir in the dark red beans. Next, I'm going to put this up to a 3.5. I'm going to add the petite diced with the tomato, basil, and oregano. And again, this is going to be one of these. Okay, drain it and dump it in. And these, if you can tell, these are a little redder than the last ones I added. So like I said, another layer of chili powder. And stir that in. Now what I'm doing, and like I said, I don't know if I did say it, is bean tomato. That way I get kind of like a nice mixture going. I'm going to add the dark red kidney beans next. Now before I pull this all the way off like I did last time, I'm going to drain it like that. Ah, perfect. Get that goop out of there. No goop in my chili. There we go. Okay. The dark red kidney beans. Now these beans are beautiful if you can see them. Let's see if I can show you in the light. They add that beautiful dark red color. They are so full of flavor that these are probably my favorite if you can see that. So I'm going to add another little layer of chili powder. Stir that in. Next, okay, I did bean last. I'm going to add my stewed tomatoes. Now this one, these are going to be super, super chunky. And the reason I like the chunky stewed tomatoes is because I like every bite to have like a different texture. It makes it a little more fun to eat. Okay, go ahead and drain these tomatoes. Okay, and if you think I'm losing a lot of the flavor, I already have the taco sauce in here to replace that. Now the stewed tomatoes, anything really is completely optional. But like I said, I like the stewed because I like how big and chunky they are. So I'm going to mix that in. And it already looks like my meat ratio is a little off compared to the beef and the beans. But that's okay. It's just not going to be as meaty. So next I'm going to put in the light kidney beans. I'm going to go ahead and drain these. And guys, lose half my beans too. I do apologize. I will try another angle. I know a lot of you are commenting, and I apologize that I'm missing your comments. That's really poor of me. So, the light kidney beans. I'm going to add another layer of chili powder. Stir those in. Now the smell is great. So I'm almost done adding. I'm actually going to turn this up now. I'm going to make sure I get it all under there. And you can see the liquid. It's turning out really good, and I love the coloring. So now that I have my beans in, I'm going to add my crushed tomatoes. You know what? Let me see if the electric can opener can handle this, because the other one's killing my hand. There we go. Power tools. first place. So here's the crushed tomatoes. It's basically tomato sauce, but chunky style. So I'm going to add that in. Splash it everywhere. Actually get some more of that out. Hold up. Now, if you... Well, there's the 10 minutes I was waiting for. Crap. Oh, well. So that is the crushed tomatoes. And if you look at it, it's very, very bland. And just basically tomato. So season that with some chili powder. And you can use, like, anything. That's what's so awesome about chili, is everybody has their own way of making it. Like I said, I really want this fluidy because I'm going to take some of the fluid and I'm going to put it into some noodles. And then everyone else is going to have chili. So this is the last can of beans. It's the black beans. And I pulled the entire lid off. And oh boy, am I sorry. So, oh hey, you know what? There's a little button here that pops up the comments. Open that can. Oh, hey guys, now I can see the comment. Oh, cool. I should have known that. Sorry, I apologize. So, next I have the black beans. Ooh, dripped it on my foot. So, black beans, gonna add a little more chili powder. And I'm going to stir them in. So there is my chili powder. Next I got my tomato sauce, which is just gonna liquefy it a little more. Woohoo! Alright. And with the tomato sauce, again, I'm just going to plop the whole thing in there. And then take my spatula. And the thing about tomato sauce compared to marinara is this isn't exactly made to just go on pasta. It's meant to be seasoned and cooked with, which I like. So add my last bit of chili powder. Not my last bit. I still have a whole jar. And I'm going to stir this from the bottom up. Make sure I get everything in there evenly. And I'm going to turn it down to a 3 because I don't want the bottom to burn. Because it is kind of a big pot. And I'm going to cover this and let it go for an hour. So here is my top. So let me set my timer. And there you have it, chili, and that should last you a couple days. Perfect for a warm day. And like I said, with chili, you can do anything you want. It's like just the options are endless. And I got tomato on my face. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you watching. If you like what I do, please subscribe. Please share these videos. You can leave comments. I go live Tuesday and Fridays. Tuesday is my live kitchen where I do viral recipes. On Friday, I do my own. But I'm a mom. Sometimes things happen. On Wednesdays, I'm on TikTok. Amber Burns Book, and I do food videos there. I didn't want that knife in the sink.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to do that knife by hand because it's got to go in the chopping block when I'm done. Out.
Sorry.
Love you guys. If you wish to support me because food prices are starting to get crazy, my PayPal is also Amber Burns Black. And I will see you guys next week. Stay gorgeous.